Will women owe society children if men owe society military service in the draft? I just came to that conclusion. I'm out in Long Beach, California right now. The Post-Mill Man's coming to you, Long Beach, California. And I'm walking around and I see all these younger, attractive women walking their dogs and carrying around their cats out here. And I am just thinking, this is totally ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. Today, me and my son, we drove down to Laguna Beach. Whoa, what a beach. I mean, awesome, beautiful beach. I mean, you got to go to Laguna Beach sometime in your life. Sometime. Laguna Beach. Man, I wish I had my motorcycle with me. Oh, I wish I could have rode my motorcycle out there. Anyway, we're on Laguna Beach. I see 3 women, all of childbearing age, pushing a stroller with nothing in it, and one of them is carrying a dog, one of those really high-class looking dogs, like a what's the Pyrenees or Pekin, something like that, whatever. I think Pyrenees or whatever. One of those types of dogs, and just carrying the dog, and the dog is just barking. Yip, 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 yip. It's one of those yippy dogs. And because the dog wants to walk, it wants to walk on the leash, right? That's what you do. No, she wants to carry it like it's her own child. And there's a stroller that has nothing in it. It was a dog stroller. I didn't even know they had dog strollers. This is a dog stroller. I guess they took out the dog to carry it like a child. And I guess when they're done carrying it, they put it back in the dog stroller. What is going on here? Women owe society children. All these women should be having children. What is going on here? That instead of having children, I'm out in Long Beach, California, in Southern California, and all I see is women walking their stupid dogs around. Oh, man. It's unbelievable. Here's what I was thinking, though. Because men owe society their lives in the draft, why do men owe society their lives? So that society can continue. If someone goes to war with our country or any country, most all countries are going to draft the men to defend the country, to defend the women, the children, and the old, the elderly, whatever. They're going to draft the men to make sure that society continues in the way that it is, that it doesn't get taken over. Here's my hypothesis. Women owe society children because whether they are killed off by an invading force or they are just never even birthed, you still have the same issue. Society doesn't continue. Does that make logical sense? Yes, it does. The post-millennial man only says things that make logical sense here. Of course that makes logical sense. Either an invading force kills off your people or your people don't even exist because the women are not having children. Women owe society children. That's what I'm going to start saying. And I'm going to write my congressman. Now, obviously not all women can have a child. Most can. Why is that? Women are biologically hardwired to have children. There is an egg that drops every month, and all the things that go into that egg dropping every single month. And we all know, well, maybe we don't all know about that, but if you're not stupid, you know about that. If you have sisters or whatever, and you have a wife, you know about that. You know what happens every month, right? Women are biologically hardwired to have children. Their body goes through a process every month in order for them to have children. They owe society children. If they can't have a child, well, they're just like in the draft. Listen, just like in the draft, you get an exemption for certain things in the draft, right? If you have physical problem or whatever, you're not able to fulfill your duty in the draft, you get an exemption. I think we need to start having exemptions for women not having children. I think maybe I don't know if you necessarily put them in jail if they don't if they don't have kids. Can you imagine this? They'll put them in jail. But maybe you give them an extra tax. Maybe there's a tax. There's a childless woman tax. How about that? There's a childless woman tax. If you have no children and you are able, just like on the draft, we're not going to put you in jail, but you're going to get a tax. We're going to take 50% of what you make. I think just round it right off to 50%. Boom, 50%. We're going to take what you make if you are a childless woman and you're able to bear children. So you go to the medical people, you get checked out, whatever. Just like in the military, right? You got to go to the military. You can get a medical exemption for not being drafted. But if you are of age, they will draft you in the event of the war. Same thing here. I think that's a good idea. Man, I'm in Long Beach, California. There are way too many young women running around with their dogs, treating their dogs like they are their children. They need a 50% tax if they're not having children. What do you think? Give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe to my channel. I think I'm probably going to get some hate for this. That's okay. That's okay. Here's my thought. That's my thought for today. And the other thought is, too, that Christ is winning. He is building his church, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. Until next time, this is the Post Millennial Man.